He couldn't quite work decent opening for the shot there, but again, in these situations, perfect for Thailand. Exactly where they want to be, in possession of the ball. Like, do you think he just has that one black shirt, or is it like 3 or 4 black shirts that he's got? Because I'd imagine...
I like to think he's got more than one, Rushan.
So it's not important that it's the same shirt or the same pair of jeans. It just has to be that combination of the black shirt, rolled up sleeves.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave it now.
But by the way, I have to just add that Rushan himself is wearing a black shirt and blue jeans tonight. So
with the rolled up sleeves as well. Don't worry, I've not been in contact with Manapolking.
Well, you've had a couple of chats with him.
Yes,
throughout this tournament. Very friendly guy.
Yeah, I mean he's good with the media. You know, I like speaking to him. Very knowledgeable coach. But you know, the thing is, we touched on him and what he said in press conferences. Right, we'll come back to it.
Kongfong. Still Kongfong. He's spotted space down that left-hand side. Got the shot on there, of course. Oh, Kongfong Dui going for it. Now, Van Tuan is coming on, and that's his last bit of action, Kongfong Dui.
Yeah, good attack from Vietnam again. That's an intelligent ball from Kongfong, just to switch the angle of attack. But Thailand do well enough. Bodies in defense. Van Tuan on for Hong Zoi, the left wing back. So there will be another reshuffle here for Vietnam. There was a piece of paper as well handed over to Quang Hai, who's reorganizing things for them.
We'll just have a look at that, see how that develops. Van Tuan is on his right-hand side for now. Here's Chanatip.
Yeah, Chanatip again is hanging on to it. Such good play from Chanatip. It's breaking it up. Again, eases the pressure. His ball retention is just superb. Now, the same thing I like about Manapolking is when you listen to him speak in these press conferences, is he's not afraid to say, we're going for it. We want to win. We want to go on and win the title. We want to attack. You know, he's not... It's not like what you usually get in press conferences, you know, from certain coaches.
You know the old, I respect the opposition, all that. We've had very little of that in this competition.
Yeah, to be fair.
It's been very refreshing.
It's been great.
There's been good needle in these press conferences.
Yeah, some of the comments have been fantastic. I mean, it's got everyone talking.
We still have 2 more matches after this. The final, the 2-legged final of the AFF Suzuki Cup.
So just very quickly, I think what's happened here for Vietnam with the reshuffle. Van Dijk has gone out to that left-hand side now.
Has that been kept in? Yes, according to the officials. Oh, you're seeing Park Hang-seo finally kind of come out of his dugout area. He was getting one of his assistants to do that. Away by Tiraton. It's the handball there on Tirasin.
Yeah, it does look like in certain situations they switched it to a back 4 here, Vietnam, with Tien Dung, the number 4, is going to play at left back in possession of the ball. And then here, obviously, when they lose it in these phases, then it shifts again into a back 3. Comes back into the center of that defense, and then Van Dijk just fills in that left wing back position.
needs must, and this is something they are departing from their usual.
Well, again, this is another example of how fluid formations can be, right?
It's good to see. We've seen a fair bit of flexibility in this tournament. Nice goal getting there. Nokai. Great ball out to Van Tuan. A heavy touch on from Tiraton. Now many felt that Tiraton should have got punished in that last game. Park Hang-seo amongst them. There's maybe a little bit of an ironic cheer there for the yellow card being shown.
Yeah, it's a high foot into Quang Hai.
Tiraton will miss the first leg of that final. And that booking here. Right now, they've got to think about this free kick from Quang Hai. They're going to far post Sibber up there as well.
Love that from Quang Hai. Great idea. And Siwarak just takes a step forward here. Almost gets caught out. Has to track it all the way through. Does his job. Concedes a corner.
Keeper's done really well there, Siwarak.
Yeah, that really takes the pressure off your defense. He's confident how he's come out to claim that. He's done very well since he's come on, Siwarak.
Yes. Nobody is now down. We're going to see a little bit more of this as the match progresses.
And have a look at that. Well, the first, there's no doubt this is a foul. Have a look at the second challenge that came in. On Saras, I think it was. First foul of on Narubadin on that occasion.
There's Elias. Not a good pass to Tiraton, but they've got away with that. Nicely done there by Tanawat. The crowd didn't appreciate what Sarats was doing there.
Yeah.
Another foul on Narubadin. We talked about yesterday, there was that period in the second half where everything just seemed to go Singapore's favour. There was a succession of 18 fouls in that second half. Nothing just seems to be going Vietnam's way at the moment.
Oh, this is perfect. Perfect, absolutely perfect for Thailand. They're controlling the game really well. The second half, it's been all of them. Dictated the tempo a bit, winning free kicks, slowing it down, taking as long as they possibly can with these restarts. It's going to plan. Everything is going to plan for Thailand.
And this free kick has now got the Thai fans on their feet. With their left-footed specialist on the ball. But he's delivered it straight at Win Man. Quickly releases.
Oh, lovely turn.
Lovely turn there. Excellent work. Quang Hai. Now to Tan Tai. Excellent defending, but the trouble's not over yet, and it's straight at Sivadak.
Well, they're trying Vietnam. They'll try and find a way through. And past Sivadak and goal. Another save he's had to make. It's flicked on the first time and just bobbling around in the box. Eventually into the arms of Sivadak. This has been the story for Vietnam in this Suzuki Cup. The fact that they've created opportunities, but they haven't been able to finish them off. The shooting accuracy throughout the competition has been poor.
Yeah, they've had all those chances, haven't they? Go back to that game against Indonesia, in particular, game against Laos, where they struggled against the back five. And that's what they're facing right now. Came into this tournament big favourites, 99th in the world, highest ranked side in Southeast Asia. Thailand number 2. They are very keen to regain that status as the kings of ASEAN. They had 2 goalless draws in World Cup qualifiers, but the difference being that it was Vietnam who impressed greatly. Thailand limply eliminated. Innocuous shot straight at Sivadak.
It's lacking a little bit of composure in those key moments, in those attacking areas. Again, Tien Lin just snatches at this, falls into him in a pretty good position. Yes, he was getting closed down by Saraj, but you wonder if he could perhaps have taken a touch first in front of him, set himself up for a better shot at goal. Let's look at the touches there. Theraton, lots of involvement in this game, leading the way. Followed by Ho Tan Tai and Quang Hai. And it's interesting that we haven't seen Chanatik's name there. Not as much involvement in this game.
He was immense, wasn't he, in that last game? First leg. Kritsada with the clearance. Important touch on Kritsada. There was on a foul. Certainly Van Tuan felt that was, but looked good from Kritsada, didn't it?
Incredible challenge from Kritsada. Such a solid challenge. And again, another one who I think has done really well in central defense for Thailand.
Narubadin looks up. Low pass looking for perhaps Chanatik. Bit stretched at the moment, Kritsada. There's Tanawat. There's Chuyan. Manuel Beer. Far more confident now on the ball, Thailand. 25 minutes or so here for the Vietnamese to get back into this. They need 2 goals. This again works for them. Saraj rolling around.
Clever touch away. Just takes it away from Tianzong. There. And then contact arrives. There'll come a point where their frustration is going to start to creep in for Vietnam. So things not going their way. Lots of stoppages.
3 defeats in semi-finals in the first leg. 2007, 2010 and 2016 for Vietnam. And all 3, they would not go on to the final.
I think we could potentially be seeing Poklo Anand coming on for Thailand. Seeing a bit of movement on the bench.
There's the keeper, Chapchai, who was tearful as he got stretchered off, and he may have seen his last bit of action here at the AFF Suzuki Cup 2020. We'll see, and we'll know in the coming days. I think they want to get that change on now. Sarach is going off. Poklo Anand will replace him. 30-year-old Poklo, one of the more experienced players here, plays for Bangkok United. Team that, of course, Mano Polking knows well. Almost 50 caps for his country. Thailand have made 4 changes now. Rather dramatic from Tantai, who was not happy with that. Win Tuan Han is going to come on. Van Duk, the man he's replacing.
Oh yeah, they're not happy with that. Mano Polking in his bench. I thought there was a kick out at Tirasin. The referee said play on. Wasn't having any of it. He's having a word with the 4th official now. Just have a look here. Takes the ball away. That's a foul. It's very unfortunate, Tirasin.
Tuan Han, 26 years of age, 21 caps for his country. Had a stint in Japan with Yokohama FC. He's the new man in. 3 changes now made by Vietnam.
He's Tuan Han's a player I really quite like. Bags of energy. Can really dictate the game from midfield with the way he makes his runs in behind opposition defenses. Works very hard to win those first and second balls as well. Frustrating times for Vietnam. And even Thanawat is telling his teammates, just take as long as you need, take as long as you like, just slow it down, relax, take as much time, walk up to the ball. Tirasin again making himself available. Couple of words exchanged between himself and Tan Chung.
Yeah, he's kept it. He's a very humble guy, isn't he? Tirasin, who's one of the best exports for Thailand. In Japan and Spain. Almeria in La Liga. Didn't really work out for him. A couple of spells in Japan. Now 35. The all-time top scorer in the AFF Suzuki Cup. Roshan, you describe some of those balls forward as a little bit desperate at times. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. They got 20 minutes to get these 2 goals. Have they threatened enough for you in the second half?
No, they haven't. They haven't. I mean, Sivarak has had to make a couple of saves, but generally I think he's been comfortable. It's nothing that he's really been troubled by.
Again, the crowd can just hear what they're trying to do. I think it's starting to feel time is against them, and
you can start to feel like it's not going your way. The things are going against you, and you're running out of ideas. Now, could be dangerous here, Thailand, in these sort of situations. You know, since there's a bit of a lull in the play here, I think what Vietnam really need to do is what Thailand have done the last few years in terms of players going abroad, playing in Japan, playing at a higher level. And I know Vietnam have done that previously. The likes of Kong Fung have gone overseas. Xuan Trong has gone overseas.
Not really,
but it hasn't really worked out for them. And perhaps there's this fear among Vietnamese players that if they make the move, then it could go flat. Couldn't work for them. But it's an opportunity. It's a risk you got to take. I look at this Vietnamese team and I think of Quang Hai immediately. I mean, I think for a couple of years now he's perhaps been ready to move on. And I could see him, just like Chanatip, thriving in the J-League, for example, in terms of the style of play. I don't know about the K-League, just because the styles are quite different.
We'll come back to that now. Look at that, Narabani on that right-hand side. That's a poor ball from him.
And Huang Duc's another one from this Vietnamese side, I think, ready to test himself in a higher level league.
High clearance from him. Now Tiraton. Well, just look at the success of the likes of Tiraton and Chanatip. Tiraton to a certain extent in the J-League, of course. J-League have been very open to this part of the world, haven't they? Very welcoming. Got some agreements here with ASEAN nations.
I think the K-League is something similar as well in terms of the quotas.
There's an ASEAN...
there's an ASEAN spot, if I'm not mistaken. I might have to go and do a bit more research on that if you see Huang Duc. But I just think perhaps the styles, you know, the styles of the leagues, they matter.
Talking of style, here he comes. Chanatip Songkrasin hasn't really had one of these runs today. He's lost his footing.
Tan Chung, another one that sent off that Vietnamese defense.
Nok Hai, look where he is at the moment. No one got on the end of that.
Good defending by Beer.
He's been immense today, hasn't he?
Yeah, both him and Krisada have been outstanding for Thailand. Everything generated that's come in the air, they've been first to it, or if they put a challenge in. Not allowed any sort of real free headers, aside from that one from Tan Thai off that corner. And so
according to plan. We'll be delighted with this. They didn't need to do anything special today, Roshan. That was the whole point of the cushion, wasn't it, from the first leg? Just keep it tight and compact. Didn't need that attacking football that Manu Polking was talking about.
They didn't. I mean, they've played this really intelligently, Thailand. I know there's still plenty of time for the game to change, so I'm going to be a little bit careful.
Especially after yesterday.
Especially after yesterday and the drama that occurred. But I think they've done it really well.
I know he's tired, man. He's asking to come out. He's tired.
I don't know if you picked that up from pitch side. Manu Polking talking about someone asking to come out, saying give me 5 more minutes, but the player's saying he's already tired. Wonder if he's referring to Tirasin perhaps.
Some coaches might not like that as well, right? Tired.
See, I think with Manu and Tirasin, I think Tirasin, he's earned that respect. He's earned that relationship with the coach, in that he can, because of who he is, what he's achieved in his career.
Yeah. And he's also 35.
Yeah, exactly. So he's allowed to tell the coach, I'm at my limits here, and the coach is going to listen. Ultimately, a lot of coaching is about man management.
True.
And if you have a player like Tirasin, who's been very effective, who's been scoring goals for you in this competition, you want to keep him fresh and have him available. You listen to him, and you keep your players happy.
And actually, the players have gone out of their way to say they've really enjoyed working with Manu Polking.
You know, as we see that Pitiwat going down under the Tuanan challenge, there are certain players in football, they've achieved a lot in their careers and have earned that right to communicate freely with the coaching staff.
Yeah, senior players have that license, don't they? Touch on from Tiraton, whereby Tantai. Now Chanatip. There's talk there in the Vietnamese dugout. They've got 2 more changes to make. What can they do? Kritsada. Now Quang Hai. He was trying to get that to Van Tuan. They look pretty good at the 5 as well, haven't they?
Yeah, it's been secure for Thailand. It looks like a foul throw to me, but play's been allowed to go on.
Nokai trying to put it into the mix. Moving away. Pitiwat.
Because of the changes that Vietnam have made, they don't have an outlet out wide on that left-hand side. And a lot of it is congested through the middle. But they're struggling to play these passes through those central positions.
Lei Van Xuan replaces Tantai, who had that glorious chance, didn't he? Tuanan.
It can't be
Pan Man.
It can't be Tuanan. Can't be Tuanan. He's still on the. Oh, is he going off now? That's a strange one. He's still on the pitch. He's just gone off the pitch on the far side there, Tuanan. Not quite sure what's happened to him. If he's picked up an injury in the short time he's been on.
Yeah, he was only on for a very, very short time. You would think so, but he's running back. So the 2 players that have come on. Lei Van Xuan, 22 years of age. On his second cap, plays for Hanoi. Superchai, who's played a bit part role really in this tournament. He comes off for Tirasin, who's put in another very good shift, hasn't he, for Thailand. But he is not adding to his tally just yet. Superchai Jaden had a very good previous AFF Suzuki Cup, 25 caps now for him, the 23-year-old, plays for Buriram. One, as I said, can play fullback or defensive midfielder. He's come on for a short while. The other one is Hamshuan Man, 25 also. Only got another cap to his name. So they're bringing on two relatively untested. And maybe now, Roshan, there's perhaps an air of resignation for Vietnam.
I think Thailand can feel how close they are to winning this one.
Try set sprawling.
You know, it's not just that they've tried to slow it down when they can, the way they've played the game, Thailand. But also you see they're not taking risk with the positionings of the players. If you're seeing Thailand in an attacking sense, in a game that they need to chase and get the goals, you've seen Harubadin going forward. We haven't seen any of that, I don't think, in this game. You see Tiraton getting forward or into those central positions. We haven't really seen that as well from him. So even with the positions, I've come into this set, we're not going to open ourselves too much, we're not going to take chances. We take the less riskier route, and it's worked brilliantly for them. Obviously they didn't have to, having come into this game leading by 2-0.
Straight at the keeper from Hwang Duk. It's been one of the few chances they've had in the last 15-20 minutes. And there's already dancing and celebrations going on in the stands where the Thai fans are. They can sense it. It would take something pretty special now from Vietnam. We've seen stranger things happen. Far too much on that from Van Tuan, away by Tiraton. Hwang Duk, now Quang Hai. Maybe a bit of magic from him. Hwang Duk, important touch on from Superchai. Here is Chanatip. 3 against 2 in favour of Vietnam, but you've always got the Chanatip factor. Go wide here with Superchai, but that's fine for Thailand. We'll try to hold the ball up as much as he can. Poklo. Now Chanatip. Tanawat. Saw that little gap there, didn't he? Tanawat!
Lovely run from Tanawat. And again, Thailand in full control of this. Lovely work right up until the shot. Got his head up, he's leaning back as he hits that.
Now or never really for Vietnam. Now rebutting clears. Shows proud record against ASEAN nations. This over and over. Unless Manuel Beer, excuse me, foul. A lot of excitement, but it's Beer who was fouled by Tien Lin.
Oh yeah, it was an overhead kick from Tien Lin. Beer again, strong in the air. Comes right through. He knows there's a chance that he's going to take a hit here. Still, he's got to make that.
Right into his throat, it looks like.
Yeah, painful one for Beer. And potentially a dangerous one as well. Yeah. Brave defending. Yeah, thumbs up. Great to see.
A minute and a half plus amount of time here to get through, so they can make one more change if they want.
The Thai fans can feel it, you know.
Yeah, they're almost there. Good atmosphere in that stand. Yellow card for Tien Lin. Taking their time here with Manuel Beer. And that's how is he being today. Solid, very, very solid. Duels one, look at that.
Yep. He has been excellent alongside Kritsada. Give them such a stable pace to go on and do their thing. Thailand, in an attacking sense. You've got a defensive unit like that.
So just 4 minutes now for Vietnam. They need 2 goals. In that short amount of time. Polking took exception to that. They were coming together. The new man in, Xuan Man and Shanatip. It's been a relatively tepid affair between the two benches today. We were thinking there might have been fireworks.
Yeah.
I think they didn't want to get near that shirt, Russian, that he's been using for weeks on end. Xuan Man, Kritsada. It's a handball from him. Good anticipation though. They're throwing as many people forward as they can to just try and force the situation now. Someone's just gone down here. I think it's Xuan Man. They're upset with Tiraton. Well, this would be crazy. If Tiraton, he's already on a yellow card. They're just temper spray. We will. We might have just called it a little too early. And things being fairly civilized today. Well, let's see. Let's see here on the replay.
Right there, Tiraton. There's a bit of an arm.
Nothing.
There's a bit of an arm, but really it's nothing.
And that stuff needs to be punished, Roshan.
Yeah.
He took it very coolly, didn't he, Tiraton?
He did. I'm glad the team of officials there haven't overreacted.
Look at him, he's fine, Swanman.
I think what happened there is we saw Swanman leave a bit in on Tiraton. The ball comes into the safe arms of Simara. So Tiraton on the way back just wanted to give Swanman a bit of a reminder that he's not there to be messed with.
A minute and a half left here at the National Stadium. Elias Dola, he's been solid as well since they brought him in. It has worked an absolute treat for Thailand. What about the man in the middle today, Russell?
Yeah, he's been really good, which is refreshing to say, refreshing to see as well.
Bang Hai floats that in. Narabudin goes down.
That should be about it, you know. I think unless some kind of miracle happens here in Kallang, I think Thailand have sealed their place in the final of the AFF Suzuki Cup 2020. With the second leg of the final set to take place on the first day of 2022.
Exactly.